What we're going to do is go over this compensation plan. This compensation plan has helped to produce, I'm talking about so many millionaires, especially people of color, more than I've ever seen before in my 15 year career inside of this industry. I'm talking about 750,000 a month, 500,000 a month in residual income. And this is very important that you understand that in a compensation plan, it is very important to have a compensation plan that's going to give you a residual income. A lot of compensation plans give you these upfront bonuses, but they don't give you the residual income. The residual income is the money that you can basically bank on, right? It's not based on a check match. It's not based on just a one-time bonus. It is money that is coming in um, every single week because of the volume that you're producing. Okay. So let's just go over the compensation plan again. Once again, customers do have an opportunity to receive free product, but they must have two paying customers. If one of their customers decides that they want free product and they go out and get two customers for their two and free, then those two customers are no longer two customers for you. You only have one paying customer at that time. If that makes sense, just say yes. This is just for your information so you understand for your members. You're here to build a business. You're not here to be a customer. You're here to maximize this compensation plan to get all the money off the table. You're not here to play no games. Okay. You're here because you understand, though our product is money, e-commerce, you make money. Forex, you make money. Crypto, you make money. Stocks portfolio, you make money. You still want the guaranteed money. There's no investment that's going to be guaranteed ever. Do you understand that? The skill is powerful. People are learning and developing a skill that could pay them for the rest of their life. True, but I can tell you right now that residual income, every time you enroll somebody, earning 25, 35, or $50 for each referral and having that residual income coming is game changing. No one wants to leave any money on the table, and you don't have to because we created a system for you. So now let's get into the actual ranks. Once again, just for clarity, customers can never receive a commission unless they change their status to becoming an IBO. And IBOs can never receive free product, right? So once you upgrade from a customer to an IBO, you will not have that free product. So let's just say you upgrade to IBO because you now brought in a third person, you got three people. At that moment, you now become qualified to receive a payout of $150. That means you no longer have the customer privilege of free product, right? Once again, customers do not receive a commission. IBOs do not receive free product. Okay. So everybody that's on this call, you're here because you want to make more money, right? Somebody say more money. You want to make more money. So at the Platinum 150 level, what do you need to make $150, right? You need three personal customers. You need three personal customers in the business in order for you to make $150 paid out to you every single Friday. Every Friday is your pay. That's how often you get paid out. Okay. Now it's based on volume, but at this position, there is a non-negotiable. You need three customers. Okay. The next position is Platinum 600. Now, several different ways that you can get to Platinum 600, but it's very important for you to know that you need a minimum of 3 subscribers. Now, in this position, one of your personal customers could have become an IBO. And so that's why they say a minimum of 3 subscribers. One of your personal customers could have become an IBO, but you always must, at all times, you must have a certain percentage of your business at all times, and we'll get into that in just a second. A certain percentage of your business has to be customers. You cannot have a business legally by law where everybody is building a business. There must be customers in a business. Does that make sense? Type it in the chat if that makes sense. Just to make sure you guys are clear what I'm saying. If I need to go deeper into that, let me know. At all times, you must have a percentage of your business at all times that are not building a business and just customers. So you might say, well, I'm a customer and a builder, and you're absolutely right. But there is a 55-45% rule that 55% of your business must be just customers and not receiving a commission. Are you guys clear there? All right. So with that being said, you can have two members that are just customers and one that's an IBO. That's why you see this personal customer here can be two, but your total subscribers at that point has to be three. So you may be saying, well, what's the difference between Platinum 150 and Platinum 600 if this volume, all I need is 435 and now I need 1740. Well, technically, the three people that you enroll could actually help you to get the volume you need to go P600. You could potentially, very rarely, you could potentially enroll the right three people, and those three people are responsible for the 1740 in volume. So this is why I always encourage you guys, when you are building a business, you want to go big as it relates to the people you are bringing on board. You want to go after people who are self-motivated. You want to go after people who have a desire for more out of life. You want to go after people who are ambitious and driven, because those people, they're going to see the value here, and it's going to actually be hard to keep it to themselves. How many of you guys made money this morning with the trade-a-thon? How many of you guys went into the market with the help of our community, even if you're brand new? I think it was Alexis who just got funded in 45 days and funded. That right there, something y'all should be talking about on your social media page. It doesn't have to be your personal testimony. 45 days and funded? What? This is the investor's dream, to be able to use other people's money to be able to make more money, right? 45 days and funded. So it's going to begin to be hard to keep it to yourself. So you need 1740 in volume to become a P600. And I like that this says this, because it's more about the volume than it is about the people. Because now that we have other packages, some people may come in on all in, some people may come in on empowered, and some people may come in on the individual packages, which means the volume for all in is a lot more than it is for empowered. And the volume for empowered is more than it is for the individual one. So now it's not just based on 12 subscribers, it's based on volume and how they come in. Does that make sense? So the most volume that you can get out of one leg to hit your goal is 696 points from one leg. So this is why you want to bring it in 3 all-stars. I really say 5. If you build your business with the power of 5, if you make a list right now, pull out a list. This is what I encourage you to do. Because if you want to call me, you know you need your notepad. Okay, let's just be clear. Put out a list. And I want you to write down who are the most influential people you know, just the top 5 people. You don't even have to have their phone number. You're inspired by these people. Their ambition motivates you. They are go-getters. Whatever they touch turns to gold. They got to live a certain lifestyle. It's a must that they live a certain lifestyle. It's a must that they are able to acquire the things that they want. Go ahead and write a list of those 5. This is going to be your power of 5. The power of, you don't have to know their phone number. You don't even have to have like direct proximity with them. But I believe if you start to write these numbers down, you would understand how biblical writing down the vision and making it plain is. Put them on your list. Always go with the most ambitious, influential people at the top of your list. I know some people say start with your warm market, and you can for sure start with your warm market. But in your warm market, who are the most affluent, influential, ambitious people that you know? Self-motivated people that you know. They don't have to be convinced to go and do something great. Okay? Does that make sense? You got it? Top 5 people. How many of you guys are done? Put I'm done if you're done in the chat. If you need a little bit more time, you got a few more to do throughout this call, I want you to be writing that down. Power of 5. You need 5 all-stars. Why? Never make your minimum your maximum. Never make your minimum your maximum, right? So now those 5 people, maybe only 3 of them say yes. Because the reality of it is, you might be thinking that these people got it all figured out. No, these are the people who are looking for their next million. They're looking for their next 100,000. They're looking for their next $10,000 month. These are the people who numbers are not going to scare them. They're just going to want to know, what do I need to do? Okay. So now those people can help you to get this 1740 done. The next position is P1000. You need a minimum of 3 subscribers. You notice how this never changes all the way up into 250,000. This is why going after the right people from the beginning is important. You personally never have to, it's not mandatory for you to enroll anyone else until you get to $250,000 a month. What? Huh? Now there is a benefit for you, but you don't ever have to. Okay. So P1000 means you're making $1,000 a month. Okay. It's paid out to you every Friday, depending on how many Fridays or how many Mondays are in that month. Okay. It's paid out to you every month. And you need a total volume of 4,350, right? That's 30 people if they're just coming in with the individual academies. $2,000, $2,000 a month. The compensation is very simple. Whatever number this is how much you make on your check. Platinum 1,000, $1,000 a month from residual income, 2,000, 2,000 a month in residual income. Platinum 5,000 is $5,000 a month in residual income. You notice that you never have to get anyone else, even though you never have to enroll anyone else. Why should you enroll more people? Anybody want to unmute and share? Why should you enroll more people? You don't have to based on a compensation plan, but why should you continue to enroll?
More volume.
Absolutely more volume. Anyone else?
You always want to have a buffer for anyone that may go unpaid or fall off.
Absolutely. You always want to have a buffer. Absolutely. I love what Jesus said. You need customers. You must have your pipeline full. You also don't want your business to be predicated on just the 3 people you enroll. What if life happens to one person? What if they decide to do another business? It happens. Somebody might make a decision that is the best thing for their family. You're only mad if you were banking on them to build your whole business for you. You're upset that they did what was best for their family. Their season may be up. You don't have to end that relationship because that person decided to do something else. You got to make a decision that this is what you are doing. Your goal is to reach Chairman 1 million for those who are audacious enough. For those that are audacious enough to believe for it, and you're going to do what it takes. What else can you do to make $1 million a month? Okay, now that you've thought of something, how long would it take for you to get there? So how much time are you willing to put in to get to your desired goal? Right? So let's get through this quickly because I want to show you our strategy. So this is the compensation plan. It has not changed, meaning money has not come off the table. They actually decided to put more money on the table, and I've never seen that before. Platinum 5,000. 32,625. I can remember when I got started, that number seemed so big to me. Even though I had experience in the industry, it just was like, dang, that's a big jump from 10,000 to 30,000. But you have more people helping you to do that. You got 75 people if they're all enrolling with just the ECX Academy or just the FRX Academy. Does that make sense? It's not just you and a few anymore. You got a team of 30 people helping you to get to 225. I mean, a team of 75 people helping you to get to 225. Okay. The next position is the position that everybody is pushing for because this is the position that really says, I am really building a business here. I'm making $10,000 a month. I'm making 6 figures. This is when everything shifts. You're at that 6-figure mark. How many of you, this is the goal for you? I just want to know who I'm really working with. Because it doesn't have to be everybody. Some of you might decide to build a business, but you're building a business just for some extra side income. And that is totally okay. That's totally okay. But some of you need some life-changing income. You like, I didn't come here to play. I need to be on the stages. I need to be opening up markets. I need to be a leader. I need 6 figures. How many of you are believing for 6 figures a year?
I'm believing.
Oh, shit. Hold on. Buy stop. What? Hold on 1 second, guys. I got to trade. Let me just see. Let me just see if this gonna happen. Okay, so we'll wait for that. I'll let you guys know if that's something that you. Okay, 6 figures. So Valerie's believing for 6 figures. Izzy's believing for 6 figures. Latresi, Tiara, Shaquita, Evelyn. So it's very important, Lexis. It's very important that you understand that if you were starting out fresh in any industry, first you got to get the education. You got to go to school. You got to invest your time, and then you got to go to get the practical work. Look at this as where you get to learn and earn at the same time. You don't have to wait until you figured it all out. You don't have to wait until you get to a certain amount of money that you made. In fact, it's better for you to be ignorant on fire. It's better for you to be ignorant on fire. When you're ignorant on fire, your process and how you even convey the information is less intimidating. Some of you are already too intimidating. You want to know too much. And now you're talking to your audience and you're intimidating them. And they're thinking, well, how long is it going to take for me to know all of that? And they think that they need to know all of that information in order for them to win at this. All they need to be able to do is invite people. All you have to do is be able to invite your way to $10,000 a month. You can invite your way into the community. You can invite your way to the presentations. You can invite your way into the conferences and literally build a team. The first thing that you want to do is make that list. That's why I told you, get that power of 5 list out. Okay. Now let's keep going. Chairman 10 is 72,500. You should have this somewhere around you if that's your goal. If that's your goal and you never see it, out of sight, out of mind. If it's not on your screensaver on your phone, if it's not on your refrigerator, if it's not in your car, if you don't see it every day, out of sight, out of mind. It just sounds good when you get on the calls and you want to say it. But for real, you're not doing the work that's necessary if it's not around you. Does that make sense? All right. So that's $10,000 a month in residual income, 72,500 in volume, 500 people. But of course, we have other packages that they can get. Let's just go over this for a second. This is a little bit different over time. This part did change. This was based on levels. Now, every single person that you enroll, you're going to earn $25, $35, or $50, depending on if they come in with the FRX package or the individual packages, whether they come in with Empowered or All In. It actually, All In is $100. What am I talking about? It's $100 for All In. What? $100 for All In. Every time you enroll somebody with the All In pack, you make $100. And if you enroll 3 in 1 week, you make $400. That's powerful, y'all. You got to treat this like you're an insurance agent and you're doing business and you literally have appointments scheduled. I'm just being honest with you, because if you don't get nobody signed up, you don't eat in a lot of people's businesses. Don't lean and crutch on the fact that our product is money and you get so comfortable with just that lane of money that you don't build your residual income, because this is your legacy building money over here. Does that make sense? All right. So then you have a rank bonus. This is very important. When you hold your rank for 90 days, once you hit P2000, you're going to get an extra $500. So you got $2,000 a month coming in. So that's $6,000 over the 3-month period. Then you get an extra $500 just off of these two, not including your team builder bonus. When you hit Platinum 5,000, guess what? Love you, baby. Blood of Jesus cover you from the crown of your head to the sole of your feet. All right. When you hit Platinum 5,000, now guess what? You get an extra $1,500. You hold that rank for 90 days, boom, you get an extra $1,500. Congratulations. That felt so good when I hit that position. Remember, that's a position I was like, dang, that's a big jump. I believe, in fact, I went from P2000 when I first got into the company. We had a convention coming up in January. I hit P2000 in November or December the year before. The conference was in January. And literally, I hit P2000 and P5000 in the same month. And that was the rank that I thought was so hard. I basically skipped over the rank that I thought was so hard and went straight into Chairman 10 by January, because they had an event coming up and I knew I needed to walk that stage. What is going to be your motivation? It was me showing up. I talked on the phone so much my jaws hurt. And I think that's the misconception, guys. You have to work regardless. You got to work your job if you're still working a job. You got to work your business if you're doing a traditional business. You got to work this business if you decide to go all in. You got to work regardless of what you decide to do. What does that work look like? It looks like making a list and picking up the phone and doing 3-way calls all day long. And all day long for us, honestly, you can make calls for 4 or 5 hours and your day is done. 15-minute intervals, 15-minute intervals, 15. You are looking for people who are looking for you, people who want to work from home, people who you're looking for business owners first, right? First, and you're making sure that you constantly attract customers. You don't have to spend time on the phone with a customer. You just have to attract a customer. You're on the phone with a business owner. What are you on the phone with a customer talking about for all of this time? Because we're not convincing nobody. Show and tell. Just show and tell the customer. Hey, listen, as soon as you decide, let us know. Listen, we're not begging customers. Our product actually works. We're helping people get a bag. Let them hop in on one of our sessions trading. Like, that's really easy. Keep the easy part the easy part. Spend your time with the business builders. Attract the customers. Attract the customers by showing them what you're doing. Customers are going to see you trading online compliantly, meaning they see your behind the scenes of you trading and they want to know how they can get in the room. Send them your link. Oh, okay. Do you have another way that? Okay, let me get you inside a Rich University community. Now they can see us online trading together. Does that make sense? So you make $1,500. It's paid out in 1 month. At Chairman 10, you make an extra $5,000. So on top of the $10,000, you got $5,000 more dollars. It's paid out in 1 month. Come on, somebody. What are we talking about here? Right? Chairman 25, $10,000 extra. It's broken down in 2 months. Chairman 50, $25,000 extra, broken down in 6 months. Chairman 100, you get an extra $100,000. What? Broken down in 12 months. This is powerful. On top of that, you get a 1% override of all of your volume. So this is where if you have 12 legs, you enroll 12 people, 15 people, 25 people. Each one of those legs, no matter where you place them, we'll talk about that in just a second. No matter where you position them at in your business, you get a 1% override off of all that volume. Up to $1,000 at Chairman 10, up to $2,500. So up to 10% of the volume. Does that make sense? But guess what? We have a strategy for you guys. Let me just show you guys this first. First, let me show you this, and then we'll show you the strategy of how we get this done quickly. All right. Let me show this to you here. Boom. All right. Let me stop sharing down here and pop this up for them as well. So you guys can have a replay of this as well. Are you guys learning something?
Yes.
All right, because showing you the money is very important. So remember I told you guys, and this is only highlighting the Empower Pack and it's highlighting the Platinum Pack, right? It's not even showing you all in. That means it requires less people for all in, but this is a nice medium. It shows you the middle. Now, instead of you needing 12 people, all you need is 10 people to make $600 a month. Instead of you needing 30, all you need is 23 to make $1,000 a month, paid out every week. Every Friday is payday. Instead of you needing 75, if you build Empowered, all you need is 58 people. 58 people, not that you personally enroll, but in your entire organization, it gives you an extra $24,000 for the year. Right? An extra $60,000 a year. All you need is a team of 172 if you focus on Empowered. Chairman 10, instead of you needing 500, only 382 members. $10,000 a month residual income. $10,000 a month. So the main thing is starting, building your brand, building your confidence, staying in your building lab. So you keep this before you, staying around people who are hungry. I'm not being funny, but customers have a different kind of hunger. Okay. I'm not even being funny. I love our product. I think our product is amazing, but take it from me. I've been in this space for 8 years. I don't know a trader that don't want residual income. I know the best of the best who still have bad days. When the days are good, they're amazing. And of course, thank God we have resources to show you what to do with your money, as suggestions rather of what you could do with your money, with just education, so that you don't put yourself in a bad position. Because a lot of people are coming into wealth relatively quickly that never had this kind of money before. And they're expecting that they're always going to be able to go in and make a certain amount of money. Does that make sense? And so we want to put you in a position to have access to this residual income. All right. So make sure you screenshot this, but I wanted to spend more time on a strategy. Any questions about what you've seen so far?
So the Empowered and the Platinum, the difference is one is all in package and then the other is single.
The difference is the Empower package is actually a package where you have 2 of the products versus everything. So all in is the best value, because you get everything that the company offers for $4.99. So you get all of the academies, right? Forex, crypto and stocks, e-commerce, you get everything. But the Empowered is 2. You get 2 of them. You get to customize it. That means you might decide that you want to trade and travel. You might decide you want to trade and do e-commerce. You might decide that you want to do Forex and stocks and crypto. So you customize it with 2 of the academies.
Gotcha.
Yes. Okay. All right, so here's where I want to spend a little bit of time because this is the strategy. How do I get it done, right? 3 and 10, do it again. 3 and 10, do it again. 3 and 10, do it again. What does that mean? What if you decided that Dallas was going to be your soft launch? People are watching you on social media. They're watching the momentum of the team. They're getting excited. They're seeing you elevate. They're seeing you around new people. People love change. They love to see growth. They love to see growth. And when they're seeing growth, they're interested in how you're growing. They're interested in being a part of what you're doing. That is the greatest time for you to get their attention. It's the greatest time for you to say, I'm going to build my story out loud. Let me grab some real quick, guys. This is the perfect time to say, I'm going to build my story out loud. I'm going to build my story in front of my audience. I'm going to build my story, ups, downs, good, bad, and the ugly, in front of my audience. Okay? When you do that, they're organically going to be attracted to your elevation. And they watch you do it. They feel like they're a part of your journey. This is also really leveraging social media. This is like the social media academy as well as what I'm talking about right now. And so what do I recommend you do? I recommend you use Dallas as a starting point of a soft launch. You're intentional about your content. You're intentional about your story. You're intentional about your messaging and who your messaging is for. If you're going to do this and build a business, you have to target business owners. You have to target business-minded people. You have to target people who are ambitious and want more out of life. Everybody else can be a customer. Does that make sense? Everybody else could be a customer. And so what does that mean? Dallas can be a soft launch for you. They can watch you in Dallas with your new network of people. You can invite them to join us for the next launch of the next city that we're going to be going to. That's going to be announced in Dallas, giving them an opportunity to participate and join us, giving them an opportunity to be a part of what we have going on. And you could challenge yourself to bring in 3 people in 10 days. This 3 and 10 and do it again is so powerful. It is so powerful with the momentum. This is how it works, though. You need accountability. You can't do it alone. You can't do it alone. We're together in Dallas. You got the drop cards. You got the community. You got the team. We're about to run it up for the close of the year. And now your goal is to make sure you're getting your people in front of a presentation. 3 and 10, do it again. 3 and 10, do it again. 3 and 10, do it again. I got somebody right now that I enrolled, and their whole play is to invite people into the Rich University community. And they say, I'm not going to wait until you do a presentation every Sunday. I'm actually going to show your presentation every single day. They're showing a presentation of me every day in coffee shops. Same presentation. They're meeting with people and showing them the same 34-minute presentation. They're inviting people into Facebook Rich University community and showing them the same presentation, and they're tagging them in it. And they literally set an appointment and leveraging the system. They set an appointment, they leverage the system, and they say, hey, can you hop on and watch this? They create urgency like it's happening in that moment. Yes, that's the one. Press play. I'm going to call you back in 40 minutes. And in 40 minutes, they call them back and they say, what did you like most about what you saw? That was amazing, right? Wasn't that amazing? They always plant a seed. They drop that seed and it's like, wow, wasn't that amazing? And they was like, yeah, that was really good. What did you like most about what you saw? What did you like most about what you saw? Not how was it? Did you like it? Right? And they're on a mission. 3 and 10, do it again. They're on a mission, leveraging the system that's right here. 3 and 10, do it again. Does that make sense? What do I mean when I say 3 and 10? You brought in 3 people in 10 days. Oh my gosh, I really did it. Wow. I talked to so many people. I made my list. I used social media. I leveraged Dallas. I got people that I met for the first time to get in a video with me so my audience and network can see that I'm growing and I'm elevating and I'm around people that they never seen before. I'm showing the behind the scenes in my process. You bring in 3 people in 10 days. The first position is done. Now guess what you do? You're soft launching. You're training these people. Hey, listen, I want to get you acclimated with our virtual campus. I want to get you connected and make sure that you're connected with everything. But guess what? Let's go ahead and get your list. Because if nothing else, you need to help them to become a free customer, right? You need to go ahead and get their list of 25 names. 5 people that's in their warm market, 5 people that's the most iconic people that they know, 5 people, 25 names. And you are going to help them to expose them. You're going to help expose them. You're going to help to get them in Rich University community on Facebook. You're going to help them to have access to seeing our trading labs. You're going to get them access to maybe the ones that are really serious that just haven't made a decision yet inside the virtual campus. Am I making sense to you guys so far? This is literally how you run a business. Once you help those 3, some of them may duplicate this perfectly and those 3 may get 3 because they know you are on a mission. You guys remember the statement that I always tell you guys to say? How many of you need a script? How many of you need a script that if you had a script, you would say it over and over and over again and you would get started?
I need a script.
Here's the script. More importantly than the words that I'm going to say is the posture. The words mean nothing if they don't believe you. And the only way they don't believe you is if you don't believe you. The only way they don't believe you is if you don't believe you. If you don't believe what you say, you need to tweak it until you get to the point that you believe it. In the beginning, it should be a little uncomfortable when you say it because it is a stretch. But you should believe that you're going to get this done. Identify the position that you want to be at in the next 90 days. Right now, we're on a call. Let me help you develop your own script. Identify the position that you want to be at in the next 30 days. 90 days. Type it in the chat for accountability. Working full time. Full time for us is 20 hours a week in this industry. A real 20-hour a week of work. Okay. I'm a little concerned with some of your goals. I'm a little concerned because the problem is you're thinking about your goal just for you and you're not thinking about their goal for them to fit in it. And I don't know how to make that sound attractive, honestly. I would much rather, and I want your goal to be something you believe, but I do need you to understand this. It has to be a stretch. You have to feel like you cannot do it in your own power. I think the goals that I'm looking at is safe goals that you could literally do not on your own, but like without being a soft launch. People are about to spend more money over the next couple of weeks than they did all year long. And you have a business. It doesn't even matter if sales are down for Black Friday. They're still going to spend more money than they did the rest of the year. The challenge that I have with some of your goals is, okay, let's do it. Tiara had the biggest goal. And I totally understand. I think it makes sense. But I would much rather you have a bigger goal and fall short of your goal and still win than have a smaller goal. You still could miss that goal and still not really move. Does that make sense? So if we use Tiara's goal, here's what the script would sound like. The script would sound like, I've positioned myself after you did a little small talk. We'll get to that part in a minute. You connected with the person. You reaching out, you're picking up the phone and you're qualifying. You're simply qualifying. You just want to know you're looking for the person that you can fill this position for. So we turn this chart upside down and now you've identified you want to be at a platinum 2,090 days. So this is your conversation, Tiara. I've positioned myself to be at an additional $2,000 a month within the next 90 days. With everything that's happening in the economy, yada, yada, I position myself to be at an extra $2,000 a month in the next 90 days. But in order for me to do that, I have to help a few people to make an additional $1,000 a month. Do you know someone who would be interested? I've positioned myself to be at an extra $2,000 a month in the next 90 days. But in order for me to do that, I have to position a few people to be at an extra $1,000 a month. Do you know someone who will be interested? I've positioned myself. Now, the reason that that's a little uncomfortable, I think, because the type of person that you're going after, it's not like they don't need an extra $1,000, but I don't think there's no urgency in them feeling like, what is it that you're talking about? Because maybe there's a million things that they can do to make extra $1,000. So remember, I always say you have to have a vision that's big enough where other people's vision could fit on the inside of yours. The people that's the most overachieving in your database, I don't know if $1,000 is going to make them move. Some of your goal is $1,000. I don't know if an extra $600 is going to make them move. Yes, they need an extra $600, but are they going to be willing to do what's required for $600 if they can't see themselves in something that's going to make them stretch? Is what I'm saying making any sense to you guys? I definitely want you to believe your goal. But if it's so small, you gotta have to, if that's your goal, I'm just being transparent. You're gonna have to do most of the leg work to get to a position where your goal is bigger. It is better to aim for Chairman 10 and hit Platinum 5 than it is to aim for Platinum 2. You see what I'm saying, Tiara? It's better to aim for Chairman 10 and fall on Platinum 5 than for the goal to be. It's harder to have a smaller goal. I know that may not make sense, but I promise you it's harder. It's harder because you don't even have enough people to buy. Who wouldn't buy into this goal? Hey, Tanya, listen, girl, I just saw you on social media. I just want to say congratulations. I see the things you're doing. Why are you saying that? Because you better be calling somebody to congratulate them for something, because you need to be inspired by the people you calling. You don't need to be reaching out to people. Not that they don't need it, but you have to spend your time going after people who've already showed you that they want this type of lifestyle. First of all, congratulations. I see you doing your thing. I absolutely love it. But listen, I'm about to run into a meeting and I reached out to you because with a person, if I have a relationship with them, is always connected to something that I remembered them wanting to do. Maybe they wanted to purchase a new home. Maybe they wanted to move to another state. Maybe they wanted to send their kids to private school. If you have that relationship with them where you don't even have to know them personally, but they could have been posting about something on their page. And because you are a professional, you did your due diligence because you're a professional and you saw, bingo, this person is preparing to get married. Bingo, this person is about to move to another state. Bingo, this person just changed careers. They need to make some more money. Our product is money, so it's real easy for us. Bingo. That is the reason I'm calling you. You see what I'm saying? Is because I saw that you were X, Y, and Z, right? And we're actually, so let's break this script down so I can give it to you clean. I'm giving you the psychology behind it. For number one, if you're in soft launch, Dallas is your soft launch, and you launch your business top of 2024, you go into 2024 with momentum because you've just put people in position. Now these people are in position so that 2024 is setting up to be explosive, not waiting until 2024 for it to be explosive. So what you let them know is, hey, congratulations on whatever you congratulating them for. It should always be something you congratulating them for. Letting them know why you reached out to them. Hey, listen, I'm reaching out to you because I see that you're getting married and I thought about you. I positioned myself to be at an extra $10,000 a month within the next 90 days. But in order for me to do that, I have to help a few people to get to extra $5,000 a month. Do you know someone that would be interested? Just in case it's not her. Just in case she said, girl, right now, just in case, I thought about you because I know you're getting married. But just in case this position is too powerful for me to even allow you to pass it up if you knew someone that would be interested. So the script is, I've positioned myself to be at an additional $10,000 a month in the next 90 days. But in order for me to do that, I have to help a few people to make an additional $5,000 a month. Do you know someone who will be interested? What you think they're going to say? Well, what is it? Shoot, I'm interested. $5,000 a month. What I got to do? What is it? What is it? Perfect. That's what you want them to say. We're expanding into your area. We are global business. We're expanding into all areas. We're expanding into your area. And currently, I am working with multiple 6 and 7 figure earners. I'm so excited about this project. It's already produced multiple millionaires. You see why I told you to go after people who think big? Because this would intimidate somebody who's content. These kind of numbers, you can't say this to everybody. Somebody already don't believe you because they don't have belief. You need to go after people who this is the conversation that they need. You just got to prove to them it's real. If it's real, they're ready. You need to go after the people, write this down. If it's real, they're ready. If it's real, they're ready. Coming up with $300 to make a move for something like this is a no-brainer to them. We're expanding into your area. And let me tell you what I like to do when I'm talking on the phone with people. I like to give them a soft whisper, a loud whisper, not a soft whisper. And you know how you still, they can hear you, but it's kind of like it's exclusive. It's exclusive information because it ain't for everybody. I thought about, and you know what? The reason I thought about you, you've always been ambitious. You've always wanted more out of life because for most people, I get it. Like they know that life is life, but they're not doing nothing about it. You're edifying them. You've always wanted more out of life. Listen, here's what I may be able to do. I want you to see this information. I told you when I got on the call, I'm about to go into another meeting because we're expanding into your area, right? You let them know with or without them, this is happening. I'm going to put you into a private exclusive. You got to come on, y'all. Let's use your adjectives. Private exclusive community. Private exclusive community. I'm going to tag you into something. I don't know how long it's going to be up there. So when can you reserve 30 minutes of time so I can put you in front of this exclusive information? What are you doing right now? Oh, right now, you know what? Actually, I don't have anything else to do with it until the next hour. I can do it right now. I'm going to tag you right now. Urgency. Somebody write urgency. Successful people love speed. We don't like stuff that takes long. Don't set me out to 2 weeks. I can't tell you from 2 weeks from now. People who work a job, a 9 to 5, they need everything to be set in order. They need this, right? People who are looking for an opportunity, ready to go to the next level. We like urgency. Urgency means it's important. Urgency for us means it's weird to me. I'll leave that part alone. It gets a little weird. So when I talk to people, not that they don't have to be systematic and all of that, but when I talk to people sometimes okay, you know what? We can do Tuesday at 4. I'm thinking, what the heck are you doing between all of that time for this? You got an X on my list. The first thing is an X already. That's just too far away. Dr. China, you think Tuesday's too far away? Today, Friday. Yes. What is going on the rest of Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday that you can push an exclusive opportunity out that far? I'm concerned with the drive. You know what? Can I watch it at 5? You know what? I'm gonna do that at 5 o'clock. Here's what I'll do, because I have meetings back to back all day. Because you should. At 5 o'clock, here's what I'm gonna do. You see what I'm saying? You making it this is what I'm gonna do for you. At 5 o'clock, I'm gonna get you in right now. Follow these steps while you're on the phone with them. Get them in. Press accept. You're in. Okay, boom. At 5 o'clock, I'll hop back on and make sure you can get connected to see it. Okay. All right. Talk to you then. Absolutely. God bless. Bye-bye. Right? Does that make sense? Urgency. Get them in front of the information. I know it's a pre-recorded video, but my time of making sure I can put a check or X next to your name is very valuable. I don't have a week for that. I need to get you on or off the list. Does that make sense? Because guess what? They're looking to see how they can make extra $5,000 a month. They're looking to see how can I make the $5,000 a month? The first thing I want to do is show you what we're expanding into your area with and why there's such a demand for it right now. Everybody right now is looking to make more money and everybody's looking for freedom to have more time. Would you agree? Right? Most people know that things right now are very uncertain and they're looking for ways to perhaps even make money at home. Would you agree? Absolutely. Would you agree that technology like AI is taking over a lot of people's jobs, and the security that they thought they had, they no longer have anymore? Would you agree that that's a fact right now? You know what? That is true. Even things that we didn't think would be the case. You got robots doing eyelashes. That is true, right? The world is changing right now. It's moving at a very fast pace into this digital world. Would you agree that this is the time to learn? Yes, you want them agreeing with you. So I want to show you our solution. We actually have a solution to a world-class problem. It's already working, and we've already produced multiple millionaires from this same exact system, and now we're expanding into your area. Right? Then you start to edify. The young lady that you're going to see speaking on here, I'm working directly with her. In fact, I was just with her Friday. You're nodding your head. I don't care if they can see you. I was just with her Friday. And I'm excited to be working with someone who made their first $1 million before 30 because she has the blueprint for me. I'm extremely confident that within the next 90 days, I'll be at $10,000 a month. I'm just identifying who's going to have these top positions, making at least $5,000 a month with me. Does that make sense? So listen, I got to hop off. I'll call you back around that time because you're in control of your business. You made a note in your appointment. You're going to contact them back. An alert goes on for your phone 5 minutes before 5 o'clock. Hey, listen, I'm making sure you're ready. Because you're qualifying them or disqualifying them. Either you're moving to the next phase or you're getting off the list. Any questions so far? Any questions? Lexus said I'm resold. Y'all, it's too much money on the table. It's too much money on the table. Why not? It's just all about building a brand right now. This is all about you building a brand and becoming the highest version of yourself. There's no other way to walk into these positions. You have to become the person who deserves $10,000 a month to actually carry it. You can be that person, but it's the development. How many of you are on book club? We do book club every week. How many of you are in book club right now reading John C. Maxwell's 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership? How many of you are applying this? How many of you are applying it and say, it's time. It's time to become. It's time to become the higher version of myself. It's time to become the higher version of myself. It's not about the title and the position. We know that that's the lowest level. But I want people to give permission for me to lead them because they see I'm consistent. One of the best ways to do that is show and document your process. Your good and your bad. If you document the good and the bad, they trust you more. They trust you more. It's not just about the $10,000 of money, but that is a mark that says, wow, I was able to overcome doubt, self-doubt, limiting beliefs. I was able to overcome all the noise of the naysayers. The only way you don't do something like this, if you don't believe this is working. How many of you this is working for you? It doesn't matter. Don't get so caught up in, I love Lex's testimony. She just passed the challenge. She's been in 45 days and funded. Like that would be my testimony. I'll be online. Listen, I just want to, hey guys, 45 days and funded. I'm going to be coming on live today at 3 o'clock. Join me. I cannot wait to tell you guys my story. I don't care if 3 people show up on the live. Do a reel. You don't like doing live. I'm a little nervous about talking in front of people. Oh my gosh. Okay, no problem. Get your standout. Let me stop sharing this. I'll come back to this in a second. I'll show you how it happens. Right? Get your standout. Show them you. You got your standout. You showing them you. Doing whatever you're doing is behind the scenes, showing them all your stuff, your charts up. You're on a live. You're showing them this right now. Your thing is behind you. You're showing them everything. It's behind you. You're showing them everything that you're doing, or even if you're not talking, you're taking down notes, and you like, oh my goodness, or your phone is up. You got two phones. If you don't have two phones, work it out. Figure out how you can record and have your other phone up trading. Right? You're showing the behind the scenes. And then you take that and you make it a reel. You showing them on book club and you elevating your mind. You showing them you on Zoom. You showing them you growing. The more transparent you are, the more people believe that they can do it too. And guess what? Now you don't have to physically talk to the camera. You can do a voiceover. Hey guys, let me show you how I got funded in 45 days with my new community, Rich University, and why you should join us. So this is me in training. I'm so excited. My community, y'all, we be so lit. We be having so much fun. You see what I'm saying? You going through that whole process. Y'all, this is the part that I know nobody likes to talk about, but I attempted to get funded and get qualified, but I did not make it, and I had to do it all over again. Oh my gosh. I was so disappointed. But guess what? I decided to keep going. In fact, y'all, this is the email right here of them telling me that I was gambling. I was not gambling. I told y'all we do not gamble over here. But guess what? They realized that they made a mistake. And here's my congratulations. I got funded in 45 days and funded. I cannot wait to show you guys more. Join me on our journey. Come get rich with us because you are going to love it here. After every video, we've given you the taglines. Come and get rich with us because you are going to love it here. What? You better make sure when they think about Rich University in your market, they think about you. So that when you tell people we're expanding in that area, they're like, you know what? I have been seeing that. I showed you guys the drop cards, right? Here's our drop cards. So that you can literally, any state, any country, any continent, be able to share these cards. Where are they? Let me see if I can find it. Y'all know I be listening to the testimonies. I'm here for the testimonies. I'm going to leverage your testimony if you don't leverage it. If you don't leverage it, that's on you. I'm leveraging your testimony. Okay? That's who's going to leverage it. Me. Okay, so let me stop sharing over here too. I'm going to pick this back up to share with you guys. I just want to show y'all this as well. These are the drop cards. Let me show you guys these as well. I'm not gonna show them on the front end. Y'all got them on the back end just in case, because I got people that's on this YouTube. So, and I don't know who that is back there. Let's see. Here's the drop cards for you guys, though. Okay, boom. This is the drop cards. Be intentional. Get the word out. Let them know. Let them know. Come and get rich with us. You are going to love it here. Okay. This is your drop card. So create the experience that other people are going to want to be a part of. Create the experience. Any questions so far? The drop cards are in the virtual campus. So let me show you how you get this done, okay? When you tell a person that you can help them to do this in 90 days, they're going to follow the same blueprint. You bring in 3 people in 10 days. That person will be 1. You got 2 more to bring in. After that, the beautiful thing about this when you're getting started with this is that you can actually help them to, you can give them an equity position. That means because they are one of your top 3 positions, those should go so fast because those individuals in those positions, everybody else is going to fall under one of those 3. Those 3 positions should be gone. This is what I usually do. This is what I do. I bring in as many people as I can in that window of time because you only have 10 days to place them. And whoever the strongest of the individuals are, let's say you brought in 7. You on a roll, you got momentum, your confidence is up. You really just running the play. You bring in 7 people. Who are gonna be the top 3? Because the way it works is we build 3 wide and then all depth. We build 3 wide and then everything else is all deep. Meaning that once you bring in the first 3 people, everybody else is going to go underneath those people. Everybody else is going to go underneath those people. So those are equity positions, because you're not going to stop with just them. Does that make sense? Everybody else is going to go underneath those 3. So you want to make sure that if you bring in 7 people, the top 3 should be the strongest. That's where you want your leaders are. The other 4 are going to go underneath those 3, meaning that, I wonder if it'll let me draw on here. Let me see if I could draw. Can y'all see this?
Yes.
I know this is not a whiteboard, but if you got 3 people, the other 4 are going to go maybe 1 here, maybe 1 here, maybe 1 here. Uh-oh, somebody else writing on my screen. I shouldn't have. How can I move that? I can't move it, huh? I can't move it. So hopefully you can see this. So this is 3, and then 1, 2, 3, and then maybe this person get another person, because, and if this person does get another person, I'm going to build under where I already put somebody at, because I want to build a power leg. I'm not going to build this leg and then this leg for that person. I'll show you guys without this. I just wanted to, let me see. Okay, I'll show you guys on the whiteboard. The point is, these 3 people, when they come in, the goal is to launch them 3, then turns into 9, because your 3 got 3. Even if some of them just got customers, some are going to keep going and some are going to stop. That's okay. When those 3 come in and they bring in 3, now you have a team of 9, right? In total, between your 3 and your second row of 3, that's 12. You hit platinum 600 in a perfect world. Now, when these 3, right, get 3, you have 27. In total, with the prior 9 you got 39 people. You just hit P1000. You're literally hitting ranks in 10 days. When the 27 go and get 3 apiece, you got 81. But we know this is a perfect world and it's not going to work like that. In total, with the previous people you have, the total customers in IBO now, you have 120. You are platinum 2000. All you need is 3 to 5 people who are on the same mission with you. In 90 days, they're saying you could be at 250,000 a month. I'm saying put a 90% error on it and at least do 25. 90% goes wrong, you're still at 25,000. 95% goes wrong, you're at 10,000. 97% goes wrong, you're at 5,000. You understand what I'm saying? So the error is built in. Any questions about this? Any questions? You said you don't see the whiteboard. It wasn't up. Let me see. Hold on. I don't want to do that. Let me see a whiteboard. Can you guys see a whiteboard now?
Yes.
So let me see if they let me do some shapes. Boom. This is you. All right. This is the next person. Can we copy this? I could copy it. Okay, this is the next person. This is the next person. This is your all-star team. this one. Hold on. Let's get this one up here. Oh, Lord, now I'm being meticulous. Lord have mercy. Okay. Boom. Now, this is the key people. You got to go bananas for these three. You want this to be your strong. The stronger these are, the better. Right? The stronger these are, the better. That's why you want to put the strong people at the top. They have an equity position in your business. These people have an equity position in your business. Everybody else has to go underneath these three. Even if you enroll 12 people personally, they must be placed underneath the top three people. And you get to decide who the top three people is within your first. If you bring in 3 people in 10 days, then those 3 people are going to end up being your top 3. If you bring in 7 people in 10 days, then you get to decide who the top 3 are. Does that make sense? Now, everybody else you enroll or everybody else that is enrolled after that point in your group is going to go underneath one of these 3 people. I never use this, so I don't know how to use this thing, really, honestly. Okay. Everybody else must go underneath one of these 3 people. Does that make sense so far, guys? So let's just say this person here takes off. This person, no. This person takes off. This person is going. Like, guess what? Congratulations, you got a runner. Now let's just say, let me just see here. Let's just say now you decide, because this is a uni-level compensation plan. You like, okay, I got to get these other legs going. So you know what? I'm going to be the other leg. I'm not going to wait for somebody else to take off with this person. I got me a runner good. Let me go run now. Let me keep building. Let me be the one to keep building. So guess what? Now more people are coming in and you're placing them where you see fit. Well, wait a minute. You wouldn't do that. You would do this. And I'll tell you why. Whenever you're placing underneath someone, I don't want to make this too confusing for you guys, but whenever you're placing underneath somebody, your goal is not to build their business for them and build through. This person is building their business. So that's why they got 1 here and 1 here. That makes sense for them because you need 3 legs wide. But you're not going to build 1 leg here, 1 leg here, 1 leg. No, you brought in this person, you brought in this person, and you brought in this person. Let them all benefit from each other, right? If you brought in, let's say this is Tom, and then you brought in Lisa. Lisa is benefiting Tom, which is also benefiting you. But guess what? Now also Shelly is benefiting Lisa and Tom. So this is adding more momentum and excitement for them to go out. Now, guess what? Tom probably said, well, you know what? Shucks, I see these people underneath me because you told them, you reached out and said, congratulations, your business just grew. And they're like, my business just grew. Yeah, I just placed somebody underneath you and she already has somebody underneath her. Really? Yeah. If you just get a few more people, you can get paid. Right? Now that person decided to go get somebody in a business, right? So 2 legs are growing. Now this person might need motivation. This person might just get 2 customers. This person might just do 2 and free for customer. That's okay. That's okay that they just did 2 and free for a customer. Oh, snap. I'm not sharing it over here. Let me just share it over here. Oh gosh, shut up. Let me share this with you guys. If it lets me. That's okay. This person now, those 2 that still help you to get your goal done. And guess what? One of the 2 may end up being go-getters. Does that make sense? Let me move these over some.
So pretty much you're still getting paid for that person, even though you put them under somebody you already brought in.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You're still getting paid for that person, even though you placed them. Even though you could place them on your 99th level and still get paid for them. You see what I'm saying? That's why you want to build deep, because the depth, because guess what? This person right here, Shelly might be the one. Tom might not do nothing. Lisa might not do nothing. It's okay. It doesn't matter because you need volume in that leg regardless. Tom might be the one Shelly might be the one that decides to do something, right? Shelly might be the one to be like, I'm about to build this. $10,000 a month. What I got to do? All I got to do is invite people, get them in the community. That's easy for Shelly. Shelly already wants, like, she wants this lifestyle. She wants to work from home. She wants to spend more time with her children. This makes sense for Shelly. In fact, Shelly, the other things that she's doing makes less sense for her than this. Shelly then went and got her 3 on her own. Does that make sense?
So her 3 still counts for you too, though.
Absolutely.
Got you. Okay, now it's making more sense. Okay, yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Her 3 still counts for you. Everything in your organization counts for you. You don't have to build it alone. So let's make sure that this makes sense. I'm going to make these a little bigger. Okay, this is your 3. This is your 3 main ones. This is you up here. This is your 3 main ones. Let me leave that here. I get meticulous, guys. It's child. I don't like when things don't look right. Anyway, y'all get the point, right? However it builds, your responsibility is to bring some balance to your business. So this leg then took off. This was your slow leg at front. You had to work that leg at first. Remember, you had to do all of this. Then guess what? Somebody that you brought in down here decided, I'm about to go all in. This is why you want to work with everybody in your group. You want to have a relationship with the people in your group, not just the ones you personally brought in. It might be somebody way down here that takes off, and that's fine. Uh-oh. This person may have come in. You don't even know who they are prior to them joining. And they just took off and they start to build a whole business. Does that make sense? They start to build a whole business. And this leg is gone. Congratulations. You always show them love. You're never intimidated. Oh, slow down. Slow down. We don't use that kind of term in our business. Are you kidding me? No, keep going. That means all you need is somebody to do the same thing over here. So guess what you do? Leverage their story, their testimony. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. This is going, leverage the story. You the leader of the whole group. Does that make sense? All of this is still benefiting you, but you have to have balance. So where would you place somebody at next? You brought somebody else in, okay? You brought in somebody else. Y'all tell me where they should be placed and why. This is your next person. They're in the waiting room, okay? You got somebody you personally brought in there in the waiting room because you've been helping these people build. You've been doing 3-way calls. You're doing presentations now, and you realize you got to stay in zone 1. You can never stop building your business. You got to stay in zone 1. So you decide, you know what? I got to keep enrolling people. I got to keep sharing my story. I got to keep meeting new people. I got to continue to build my list. Let me stay in zone 1. You just brought somebody else in. Where are you going to put them at? Let's just number these.
In the middle to make that person have 3.
There you go. That's good. Not necessarily to make them have 3, because guess what I would do personally, because it's not your goal to build their business. I would, so this would be considered leg 2, and then this would be considered leg 3, right? I'm gonna get better at this because I do like demonstration, but I don't like when stuff don't look organized. It's driving me. I would identify who is hungry out of these 2, and I would place somebody underneath one of them. I'll reward leadership. You might say, well, why you didn't just put it as the 3rd person? Well, for 2 reasons. Number 1, I don't want to take up their equity position here. And it wouldn't matter, because unless this person brings in their own first 3, their 3 people, they don't have to be their first 3, but unless this person brings in 3 people, then you got to bring in at least 3 people yourself to hit a rank. Even though I'm placing it underneath this person, they still have to bring in one more person on their own to actually hit the rank. After that, they don't have to bring in anybody else. Remember the compensation plan? You only have to bring in 3 people until you get to, I think, Chairman 100. Then you have to bring in 4. So they don't have to bring in anyone else technically after 3 people to hit all those positions from P600 to P1000 to P2000, all of those. But they have to bring in at least 3. So it wouldn't matter if I place them here. For them, it's not like it's going to make them hit P1000. But my strategy is I want to build momentum, because guess what? This might ignite this person. Person B might get ignited because guess what? We want to say, congratulations, your business just grew. My business? What business? Oh, there's somebody underneath you. And if you build 2 more, you can start getting paid. What? I didn't know that. Well, how do I do that? Oh, simply invite them to our calls. They can see a presentation technically 24 hours a day when they're joining our private community. How's it going for you? You know, you always want to find out how's that. I love it. Oh my goodness, you were right. I love it here. Right? I'm in the academy. I'm learning. I've been on trading labs. I love it. I'm in the process of getting qualified. Oh, well, absolutely. I can show you how to share your testimony. You can start getting paid a residual income. Really? Absolutely. Right? Does that make sense? So that was great. Any other questions? Any other questions? You already hit P150 because you got your 3 in. Now 1, 2. So you got your 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So you got 20 people that's on your team now. And this is what it looks like with 20 people on your team. And 20 people on your team also means, let me pull up the comp. I wish I could put it side by side, but I don't think it let me do that. 20 people on your team also means, where is it? 20 people on your team also means that you are in between P600 and P1000, depending on how they came in. And if they came in on Empower or All In, you're at P1000. Let's just say a few came in and Empowered and a few came in at All In, then you only need 23 people to be P1000. So this is what $1,000 a month could potentially look like. And how many people did you enroll? Let's count them. Remember, you brought in your 3, you brought in these 2, and you brought in 1 more. 3, 4, 5, 6 people. And you make it $1,000 a month. And you got paid $25, $50, or $100 for each person that said yes. Your confidence is building. Your credibility is building. Your money is building. This is what a building lab looks like. You're building something. You're just getting started. You're just getting started because guess what? This person right here, this person might decide to take off and you might be saying, oh my gosh, I really needed that in the other leg. That's okay. Leverage the testimony. This person over here, they're duplicating the system. You always know when somebody duplicating because it works. They're duplicating the system. They're duplicating the system. And you that might say, you know what, let me keep working. Listen, regardless of who building, I'm building. Let me keep working. So you brought in another person. And guess what? The person you brought in, because you enrolled them right and you showed them about, how they can become either a customer with free product. They say, okay, you know what? Yeah, that sounds good. So guess what? The person you brought in, that person now brought in 2 people already. When you place this person, they already got 2 people. So you place this person over here. I'll show you why in a second. And they came in with 2 people because their mindset was, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to pay. So they already had people who've been wanting to learn trading. And so they brought in 2 people out the gate. It doesn't always happen like that. And I don't recommend people wait. When people say, well, I'm gonna wait till I get my 2 first and I'm gonna join. I'll be like, well, you know what? That's totally up to you. And you could do it, whatever makes sense for you. But you could also be making money in the process. People trust people and follow the lead of people who've already made a decision. They may not feel like you're the person to go with. And that's very true. Some people They want to trust your leadership, not you waiting to see what they gonna do. Does that make sense? And so now this person and brought in 2 people as customers and realized that they can do more. And they decided, because guess what? Now, guess what? One of their people said, because you came in with your 2, I'm gonna come in with my 2. But guess what that did? They said, well, you came in with your 2, so I'm gonna come in with my 2. You came in with your 2, so I'm gonna come in with my 2. And guess what that did? That means that this person is no longer free. This person had their 2 and free. So let's put an F. They had their 2 and free, but now they're no longer free. Let me see how I can do it. What's that? Is that an X? They're no longer free because one of their persons brought in 2. But that's okay. Guess what? That's all right. What that means for you, for number 1, and all of these people above, the business is still growing. Now, this person here, this person still has to bring in his own another person to make money. But guess what? Every time somebody new drops in his business, guess what you pick up the phone and do? Hey, Charlie, I just wanted you to know, congratulations, your business just grew. My business still growing? Absolutely. In fact, your business is on fire. Well, what do I need to do to make money again? You need to bring in one more person at least, and then you can start getting paid a commission. They decide to bring in one more person who's been watching them just focusing on trading and decide, you know what? Okay, this person is not even qualified either. This person decided to just be a customer at 2 and free. But guess what? This is your strongest leg, even though this is not the reason why. Does that make sense? This is just an analogy of how things could technically play out, but you still are benefiting as the builder. Any questions at all? Any questions? Any questions? Comments or feedback?
Hey, Dr. China, I don't have a question, but can you hear me?
Yeah.
I don't have a question, but I do want to say thank you for making it visual and clarifying how this works in the business aspect. Because sometimes we get so caught up in the trading that we forget that there's another side, right? And seeing it, visualizing it, it makes it easier for you to make it come to pass, come true. So I want to thank you for that and for everything that you're doing in selfless leadership, because at least for me, I know that I didn't come in here to build. I remember I didn't even come here to trade. I just love the community. But seeing how the leaders are wanting to be a part of the growth in this community, it pushed me to want to do more. So I want to thank you for that.
Absolutely, you're welcome. Let's use you really quick before we hop off as an example, Izzy, because you are a brand new P150, right? We could use that as an example. Hey, what's happening here? Oh, wait a minute. This is like hold up. How did I do that? What is this like Stripe? Canva. I want to use you as an example so that Valerie, I think Jesus is on, I think Latresi is on, can actually see what this process looks like in real life. Okay. And they can see who they are. Uh-oh. How do I do that? Oh, gosh. I'm gonna learn how to use this because I actually like it and I'm a very visual learner. So Izzy, this is you. Let's put the names in. And then we're gonna, I saw something I did, but it was so cool. I don't know how I did that. What's this? No. And who did you bring in first, Izzy? Valerie?
Valerie was first.
Valerie. So make Valerie here. We'll add the text. Valerie, is it E-R-I-E? Yeah.
Yeah, I can't see.
Yeah, ERI, okay. So
Mhm.
Valerie is here. Okay, and then who was next?
Nathaniel.
Nathaniel. So let's do this. Nathaniel was next. And then let's do, who was third?
Latresi.
Latresi. Latresi is here. So we're going to show you guys how to get it done. So now these are the 3 legs. Actually, like a little bit more space. Anyway, I'm not going to worry about it being perfect. I know. All right. So this is Nathaniel. Yeah, just put Nathaniel. I don't want to mess his name up, and I'm not sure. And
You
then
can just put Nate.
Nate.
Nate, yeah.
And then Latresi. Is it L-A?
Latresi.
Okay.
All
right, boom. Now, Valerie has enrolled someone, right?
Yes.
She brought in Jesus, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to show you guys what that looks like. She got Jesus. And so, anybody else?
No.
So,
That's it.
So we know, let's just move them over. So now everybody knows in order to do the 3 and 10, do it again. Let's just delete this. What they need to do, leveraging Dallas. Uh-oh. Okay. Right? And simultaneously, Izzy is going to continue to build. She's going to leverage Dallas. In fact, people are going to be reaching out to her from everywhere because that's what happened in Vegas. Some of you came in because of what she did in Vegas, right? So now this is your 3 people that you have right now that's coming in. The question is, how many people in the pipeline for Valerie? Who's Jesus talking to? Because Jesus might actually be the person who literally on Valerie's leg as she's building, Jesus might come out the wazoo, okay? And literally just start building his 3 legs. And then somebody that he brings in may be like, bro, this is what I was looking for. And they start building, literally, their 3 legs. And so obviously, this is a good thing. Let me just put the lines because we need the lines so you know who's for who. I just wish I could just keep doing it. I don't know why I keep going back to it. I know it's got to be a different, easier way, but I never used this before. So. And then this is Jesus' 3. I know I should probably make this line smaller, but anyway. I know it's looking like little people over here now, but you get the point. Valerie still needs her 2. Nate still needs his. Latresi still needs hers, but the momentum is going to help everybody grow. Does that make sense? The momentum is going to encourage everybody's growth. This could actually happen, but simultaneously, every time somebody comes in, you should be celebrating. And what happens is now Nathan got inspired.
All right.
Nathan got inspired, like, wait, what's going on? You see what I'm saying? And now Nate is, but guess what? Izzy never stops building. Izzy never stops building. She places somebody under Latresi.
I said, yep.
Right? So this is what it looks like in real time of you guys really maximizing and leveraging what we currently have to really build something, even leveraging what's about to take place in Dallas. Okay? All right. I hope you guys enjoyed this because I had fun on this little whiteboard. Some of it was just me wanting to be like, okay, let me get on it. Hey, come in, Valerie.
Hi, Dr. China. Thank you so much for breaking this down. Wow, it just seeing, I'm a visual learner as well. So seeing it just it just makes so much sense.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to run a couple things by you because we are working. Me and Jesus are definitely working on the West Coast over here. So I have been just tapping into where my strengths are, and I've been noticing that my strengths are definitely within the community, like having events, talking to people. Me and Jesus have been, we actually went to a Starbucks that has a beautiful conference room, can fit lots of people. We were thinking with the flyers, hitting the community around there and having like a consistent meeting every week to bring in families and, you know, people in the community. It's a really great area.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we just actually had a Monday meetup. So we started a Monday meetup. We rented a loft, like a small loft in downtown LA, and looking to bring in hot prospects. You know, I just wanted to mention because it might activate it with somebody else here. We're targeting like independent business owners. I met a guy that he has his own business after he works his job, and I was talking to him about like the possibility of him, he's a parent as well, and I was talking to him about you know, the possibility of him actually hiring an employee so he could have more time, and talking to him about the funding and the access to capital for his business. And he was really excited about it. So I'm actually working with him right now. And I just wanted to get your thoughts maybe about you know, just tapping into the community, having meetings. And I know as far as like my social, that hasn't been my strength so far, but I definitely am working on it. But I have noticed that the attention of, you know, promoting like a meetup, I've been posting like our morning trades, our trading lab has been getting some attention. Putting polls on my stories has been a big deal. I've been getting a lot of participants in my polls. And yeah, we're really excited. We're really excited about just building out here and targeting like independent business owners. But I wanted to ask you about funnels. I've been kind of thinking and just kind of thinking about different funnels that I can create, whether it's like going into Instagram and looking for like independent business owners, you know, people that like maybe do lashes, or like this gentleman that I met, he actually was wearing his like business shirt. He does carpet cleaning.
Oh.
He was wearing his business shirt. Yeah, and I was at a restaurant with my kids and I saw his shirt and I had to comment because I knew, you know, I was like, you know, I love your marketing. And we started talking about it. And yeah, but I was thinking about different funnels that I could do. Maybe have like a Facebook group for that might attract like employees. Like I have this idea of like attracting employees and introducing them to investing. So it would be like employed to invest, using their like paycheck to invest. You know, something like that as far as marketing and you know, bringing more people in, because I kind of went through my immediate, you know, circle, and yeah, I got kind of mixed responses from there. So I'm like, you know what, let me start tapping into everywhere else. And so I was just wondering, maybe some insight or experience with funnels or creating funnels, maybe if you have any words on that.
I think this is my perspective with it. There are several funnels depending on the strategy. I know some of my coaching clients, they have funnels where they have a free product, or they just want to receive your email because they give you so much value that for the exchange of the free ebook, this is what I was telling you guys with e-commerce and how you could really leverage it, right? Let's just say there was something that you was really good at that was connected to what we're doing, and you offer that for free in exchange for their email. And so sometimes what that looks like is the person, you know, gives an email, they get the free product, and after they get the free product that's a downloadable, then they'll say, but wait, you know, there's more. You don't want to leave without paying $21 for whatever the next bump up would be, or whatever the case may be. With what we do, you can definitely still do that. And that's why we did the masterclass with e-commerce. But what I would do opposed to creating something from scratch that may not have that many people in it, because there is power in numbers. People get really excited when they see that there's already thousands of people in the group and they see activity and momentum already going on. I would really leverage, but really work the Facebook group that we already have, because that's what the material is going in there for. Like, I'm not saying that cultivating relationships are not good, right? And I do think that that is very important for you to do that. But I think that in the beginning, leveraging the steps that are already here versus creating additional steps could actually help you to get to your goal a little bit quicker, actually a lot quicker, because if there's already a community with Trading Lab that's popping in every so often, multiple times a week, there's a lot of activity that's going in there that you don't have to be responsible for. With you doing it on your own, unless you already have the momentum for it, it could end up being where, people are less likely to do a lot, because everything that they're doing is going to be seen or heard by just a select few. So I would leverage the Facebook group that we already have, using that as a funnel. So in other words, here's what that can look like for you. Maybe you can say, join my free, Facebook community. DM me the word, 2024. If you want 2024 to be the best year of your life, you have to start right now. DM me the number 24 to join my free Facebook community. And I want to show you how we're helping people in our community to get access to up to $1 million in funding as business owners and investors. I will use what we already have, and you build you up as the brand. Get them used to seeing you. Document your process. Offline, you got the drop cards. Use the drop cards. Offline, flood your area. If you guys have that's why I will put my attention at. If you already have the conference room in Starbucks, then flood your area. See if you can print it out big. See if you can leave some at the front checkout, because you're going to be using the place in the back. When everybody comes in there, they'll see everything that we have, 5K to 500K in funding. They'll see all of the details, get paid to learn to trade. You see what I'm saying? All of the details that they would need, they will see that on that flyer with the date and all of that stuff. And then they would have seen it perhaps in the library. They would have seen it in a beauty store. They would have seen it in a smoothie shop, because you were intentional about promoting. So I would say for you and Jesus, really get out, print it out, and flood your area. Flooding your area may get 10 people to show up, and that's a good event. You see what I'm saying? That's a good event. So that's what I would say. Do leverage what we already have. Connect it to the community that's already there, because there's power in numbers, and you leverage it every time you do go live or every time you do a reel. There's always a call to action, and your call to action is always the same. 24 is a great call to action. I think because it prepares people for 24 or 2024. DM me the numbers 2024 for me to give you access to my free Facebook community, where we're showing you how we're helping our community access 5K to 500K in funding. And I'm talking about the type of funding that you don't have to pay back, that doesn't require your credit score, and no need for collateral. If you're interested in more information on how we're helping our community to do this, DM me the word 24. You see what I'm saying? Now that is your funnel. They DM you the word 24. Guess what you're doing? You're sending them the link to the community. As soon as they get the link, you're directly connected to Izzy, our director of communication. Izzy, I just invited Thomas into the community. Did he request to join? Could you let him in? You see what I'm saying? And that's one of the ways that you can go ahead and get that done.
How do we get the drop cards?
The drop cards are in the virtual campus inside the resource center. The ones that's right here in the chat. They're inside the virtual campus, and you can print these out with your own printer. You can just download it right in here. It actually will download straight to your computer right here. And what I would do with this is take this and put it in Canva. Take a clear picture of you in a well-lit area, and add whatever your contact information is. If you want them to call you, if you want them to text you, if you want them to go straight to your website, I would definitely do something where you could capture their information so you can know when somebody's doing it. But however you do it, call you, text you, whatever you're going to do, your contact information should be on there, especially if you're planning on doing stuff in your area. When I first started, my number was on everything. I'm like, call my phone. I want to make it as simple as possible. So you can choose to do it however you want to, but your name and your contact information should be on here. That's what this blank space is for you to make it your own. You're welcome, Valerie. And if your thing is still going to be, what was it? Employee, what was it? Employed to invest.
Employed to invest.
Yeah, I think that still can be something that you promote and you push, and that's your messaging. But I would definitely bring them into a space where they see momentum, they see people. Like, get some momentum first. Get moving first. Where if you did decide to create something, you already got like results and you already got some stuff going on, some momentum happening. Leverage the momentum that's happening already right now. I wouldn't branch away from that and add an additional layer and then still to just put them into the Rich University community anyway. I will leverage it. That focus on inviting versus focusing, because what would end up happening is you would just be taking the information from one group, putting it into another group, and now they're only seeing it in a small group. And that's what usually slows people down before they even get started, to be honest. All right. All right, guys. I hope this was fun for you guys. I hope you guys learned something about the compensation plan and structuring your business and really just going. Yeah. So every day, once again, make a list of 25 names. The most influential people you know is at the top of your list. Some people call it the chicken list. The most influential people you know. Yes, the script. I've positioned myself. If you keep saying that, you're going to believe it. The more you say it, the more you hear it. The more you hear it, the more you believe it, because faith comes by hearing. Faith comes by hearing, right? So when you say, I position myself to be an additional $10,000 a month within the next 90 days, after a while, if you don't believe it 100%, you're going to start to believe it like, man, I can really do this. In order for me to do that, I have to help a few people to get to an extra $5,000 a month. Do you know someone? That do you know someone versus assuming that it's them, that makes them think, but it also puts you in a position of power. And it says, whether you do this or not, this is going to get done. And if they say, you know what, girl, I'm not interested. Okay, do you know someone? Do you have 5 names and numbers? Because I'm in a powerful position and I really want, I'm in a powerful position and I would hate for anybody in our community to miss out on this. I know people are going through, like, start being a real person. I know people are really going through a tough time right now. I know technology. You remember the questions where we say, ask them 7 questions to make them say yes, right? Would you agree? Would you agree that a lot of people are feeling the crunch of this recession? Yeah. Would you agree that the prices of everything is going up, like everyday groceries? Yes. Would you agree that technology like AI and robots is taking over a lot of people's jobs? Yes. Would you agree that when every time people look at the news, they're seeing doom and gloom and they're starting to feel a bit overwhelmed? Yes. Right? So you're talking about everything that they can obviously see as a problem. Why is this a solution? Because it puts them in a position to have access to more money and more time. This is where your edification comes in. You don't have to sell the product, just edify the community. Listen, I'm so excited to be connected. And you don't even have to start at the money. You can literally let them know I'm connected to a faith-based, purpose-driven community that's really helping business owners and investors to create wealth through education and resources. And it has been amazing. And right now we are expanding into this area. We're literally right now qualifying for top positions where people will be making $60,000 a year additional without even having to walk away from their current job. While shaking my head and looking them seriously and intensely in their eye if I'm with them. Get on Zoom as much as possible to do these talks with people, as much as possible, get in people's presence, whether it's through technology or in person, as much as possible. But even when I'm on the phone, I'm still nodding my head. Sometimes I'm on the phone and I'm literally pacing. I'm on the phone and I am literally on the phone and I am pacing back and forth. And I'm like, absolutely. Because you know why? I get momentum the more I go back and forth, the more I pace. I'm like, I'm moving around, I'm talking, I'm like, absolutely, and this and this and that and that. And whatever I'm saying, I'm pacing, I'm nodding my head up and down. You understand? I'm connecting with them, I'm listening to their pain points. Would you agree? Well, what's your plan? What's your plan for 2024 so that you don't repeat this year? Right? What's your plan? I'm talking to them like a real person because I believe with everything in me, we have a real solution to a world-class problem. Does that make sense? It's time to get to work. Who's ready to get to work? Who really wants $10,000 a month? It's right on the table. Is the product works? Show and tell with the product. You want more customers, just show and tell. Show and tell. The screenshots of our community in person, you can't drop them on social media, but in person, show and tell. Man, listen, this was an exceptional week. Drop them in that they can see that inside of our private community. Man, my week was exceptional this week. I want to show a few of you guys. DM me the word 24 so I can help you to set up to have an amazing 2024. All right. That's it for me, guys. I'm hopping off. That is it. That is it. That is it. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. God bless you guys. That's it for now.
Thank you, Dr. China.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. God bless you guys. That is it for me. Bye for now.